theory is about a hierarchy of needs, and we do have a diagram that gives us an indication of what that hierarchy looks like. So this is the hierarchy of needs, and the idea is that we start at the bottom of our pyramid with the physiological needs, and we progress up through safety and security, belongingness, love and esteem, and self-actualization. The idea, according to Maslow, is you start at the bottom, and once your physiological needs have been met, then you're ready to move on to the next level, the safety and security. Once you feel safe and secure, you're then ready to move on to belongingness, or sometimes that might also be called social needs. So we work through each of these stages, and if you say you get to level 4, the love and esteem needs, then if your lower level needs suddenly are not being met anymore, then according to Maslow, you would drop back down the hierarchy until you've met those needs again. So this theory is built around about needs. Obviously it's called the hierarchy of needs. So you're trying to satisfy and to meet your needs. So physiological needs are your basic biological needs, as it says there: food, water, sleep. Safety and security is about job security. It could also be a roof over your head. So do you earn enough money to pay your rent so that you're not having to worry about things like that? Do you have enough money that you can buy food and water, for example? As I say, the physiological, the safety and security needs are the basic fundamental needs that we really need. And if you think about it, if you're really hungry, then you're not able to concentrate as much, you're not able to focus as much, because all you're thinking about is the fact that you're starving and you want to eat something. So that gives you an idea. So once you've eaten something and you're feeling quite satisfied and you're feeling quite happy, you're then maybe ready to move on to belongingness, which would be about social interaction with other people, being part of a group. So you're more likely to want to go and socialise, and that's why looking at these theories, that's why the idea of team working has become so important and so popular, as the recognition that if we have people working as part of a team, they're going to be more efficient, they're going to be more effective and more productive, because they'll be more motivated than they would be if they were working on their own. So once you've got your social needs met, we'll move on to love and esteem. And this is about how we feel about ourselves. This is about, do we have a sense of pride in our work? Do we have recognition from other people, that, a pat on the back saying you've done a good job? So at the 4th level, that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for recognition that we're doing a good job, a sense of pride in what we're doing as well. And then self-actualization, the final level, is what we're aspiring to, what we're trying to achieve. And that can be achieved through promotion, for example, or training opportunities. So you're always striving for the next level. Okay, and that's one of the possible criticisms of this model. There's a few criticisms. One is the fact that, do we have to go back to the beginning? Can you only be at one level at the same time? But there is also, if you get to self-actualization and you've realised that, what's going to motivate you to go beyond that? What's going to keep you motivated? But perhaps whatever it is that drives us, the need to feel self-fulfilled, we look for something new. If we achieve what it is we're looking for, if you get that promotion, for example, you're going to then think about the next promotion or whatever it is next that's important to you. So the key thing with this model is that we start at the bottom and we try, or we seek to satisfy our needs, and it's about addressing those needs that we all have. So the slides now are just going to give us a little bit more detail about what I've really just said. So as I said, we start at the bottom with our basic physiological needs: food, water, heat. And as each need is met at the different levels, we work up our way up through. So physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, self-esteem, and then self-actualization. So we're always motivated by moving up through the pyramid, moving up through the hierarchy. And organisations, workplaces, managers can think about making sure that you're providing all the different opportunities. Are you providing the physiological needs, or making sure that your employees' physiological needs are met? Do you provide security? Do you provide job security? Are people worried about their job? Do you provide opportunities for social interaction? Do you recognise what the employees are doing? Do you offer praise? Do they have opportunities to develop themselves, to enhance their careers? So are you as an organisation or as a manager, are you making sure that you're providing the opportunities for the employees' needs to be met? So, as I said, employees, obviously we're relating this to the workplace, but I can take it more widely and relate it to our own motivation generally as well. So employees, or us as individuals, we're progressing from one level to the next. However, it's more realistic to assume that we can operate at multiple levels at the same time. We may be, looking to make sure that we are not hungry, that we have water, but we may socialise at the same time. So it may be that you're seeking to meet needs at more than one level at the same time. And people can move up and down through the hierarchy. And as I said, if you feel threatened, if your job security is under threat, or you've not been able to buy any food because you don't have money, then those needs are going to become your priority. So you may drop back down the hierarchy until those needs are met again. And then you may work back up through the hierarchy, or if the other needs, the more higher level needs, have already been met and are still there, you may jump up to where you were previously. And that explains why it can be that other rewards can work to attract and retain staff. It's not just going to be one type of reward. You've got rewards that would fit into, rewards and recognition that would fit into the different levels within the pyramid, and it's addressing all of the needs. But it could also explain why pay on its own isn't a sufficiently effective motivator, why pay may not always motivate. Some of it will depend on whether money is something that motivates you personally, whether it's an intrinsic or an extrinsic motivator, but it probably fits into the lower level needs, the level 1 or level 2, the physiological or the safety needs. And once those needs have been met, you're moving on to the next level of motivator. So if you've moved on to the social needs or the esteem needs, then the money itself is not going to be a motivator anymore because it's at a lower level. So examples of how these may be put into play in the workplace, and we can see that we've got examples of each of the different levels of the needs in the hierarchy, and some examples of the kind of things that employers can offer or can provide. So the physiological needs, as I say, you've got your pay, decent working conditions, safety, health and safety, so you've got a safe working environment, job security. Social needs, staff room, team working opportunities that I talked about as well, and possibly even social networking opportunities, and some organisations may have social events and things like that as well. Self-esteem, As I said, recognising the employee's doing a good job, and that can be things like the Employee of the Month, giving the opportunity that the employees a chance to make a difference, giving them the opportunity to contribute as well, so that they feel part of what's going on in the organisation and they feel that their contribution is valid and worthwhile and that they can make a difference. Self-actualization, so providing training for the employees and providing them with opportunities for promotion and career progression. But it's probably quite important for the employers to think about what is it that's actually motivating the employee, because they're not all going to be looking for the same things. The things that are going to drive them, their needs are not all going to be the same, and not everybody will want promotion or career progression either. So criticisms of Maslow's hierarchy, kind of linked to what I was saying. Employees may not always seek to have their needs met by their work experience, by being in the workplace. As it says, if someone has a hectic social and family life, they may not need their social needs to be met at work. They may be quite happy that is being met outside of the workplace. Equally, if someone is interested in a lifestyle that they can get from holidays or whatever, they may be interested in the money that the company provides them, that they get from their employer, to allow them to get the kind of lifestyle that they want. And that's not necessarily something that the employer would be providing either. So it could be for some employees that the workplace is going to motivate them in the lower level needs, because it's their life outside of the workplace that's actually providing the higher level needs on the pyramid. And as I said, there is some questions about whether you can actually be at more than one level at the same time, whether you have to go back to the beginning and start again if your circumstances change. But as it says here, there's also questions about, is this a correct order? And, does the hierarchy actually exist at all? Are we trying to deal with all these different things at the same time? And different things may be important to people at different times in their life as well. But hopefully that's given you a good feel for Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you've got any questions, please just send me a message to ask.